Hello Internet, bardicmonk here, and today we're going to be taking a look at an unboxing. I received a package from the Square Enix store, and it's for this new game that's being re-released. I guess it's an old game being re-released, but there's Final Fantasy Tactics coming out soon. From the time that this is uploading, and on the 30th is when it's going to release, so like in 2 more days. And this just came in the mail, and I wanted to show what the special edition box looks like. So here we go. I haven't ordered one of these since like high school. I don't usually pre-order things anymore, but let's see what we got. Get this out of the box, and now we have a bunch of bubble wrap. I just wanted to show what's here. Oh, okay. Let's get this plastic off before I start looking at everything. So we got Yoshida's artwork on here. I'm so excited for this game to come out. Can't wait. When this officially releases, when we finally get Final Fantasy Tactics to release, I'm probably going to be streaming all day on that day. So if you're interested in checking out what the game has live with me, my God. Yeah, I'll be streaming on the 30th. Oh my God. Alright. Start from the bottom. So that's everything. I have to open this up very carefully. Actually, just this art. I want to see. They have all the classes, I believe, on here, and we haven't actually looked at this yet, but I see that we do have like, all the monks, the dancer, they have the bard. I don't see the bard. I think I see Sid. I know we have 2 main characters here, but yeah, Agris is here too, so yeah. They have a smattering of named characters and just the generic classes as the cover art. Man, that looks nice. Alright. Final Fantasy Tactics. This game originally came out in the 90s, I believe. And it was the first game that I played that was like an RPG that I could actually play through. And I probably flipped the clock, the timer on this game way too many times. At least 3, and I think it hits 999. If not, it's just 99 hours, and I don't have too much time on this game. I have spent years, like since it released. I still have like all my original stuff with me. After all these moves, ooh, the mini plush set. Okay, so. In this box, I'm going to be all over the place because I'm a little excited about getting any of this stuff. Let's see if I can remove this from the box as well. Will these slide out? Because I see them taped closed, so I'm not sure. Yeah, they're individual boxes here, so. What do we have? 1 box, Crystal Chronicles. Move this here. Sorry. This is very nice. Symbols. Okay. Put you here for right now. See what else is in here. The The mini plush set is going to be in here, so we're going to have some chocobos running around in a little bit. Okay. Put this here. And last, not least, it might be the statuette for Ramza. I'm just going to close this, put this to the side. And yes, this is the Ramza figure for the Academy version. This intrigues me because I would love to get more stuff from, like, any more releases from this game. I'd love to do that. I really do think about this game a lot. I was very surprised that they even announced that they were going to do a remake, because we've been asking for it for years, and I know that we had the War of the Lions come out on the PSP. War of the Lions come out on the PSP, but it's been a while. It's been a while. I think it's been long enough that we can start complaining about it, and then as soon as we start complaining about it, they give us the game again. So thank you very much, Square. I just don't want to damage anything, so I'm being extremely careful. Normally I just break everything. Oh boy. Okay. The Academy version, so him straight out of school. Him in chapter 1. Oh boy. I can't wait to put this in my display case. God. Man, Ramza. It's been a hot minute since I've actually played this game. Like, I like this game enough that I bought a Vita to replay both versions of this game a few years ago. I say a few years ago. It's probably been... Yeah, it's been like a decade. I think it's been a decade since the system came out. Nobody even talks about the Vita, so I have no frame of reference for when it was last relevant. Ooh, almost cut into the statue there. Okay. Calm down. Ooh, chill. Okay. I'm just really happy about even getting this stuff. This, I feel like it was available for like 20 minutes, and I had a coworker, buddy of mine. She's been watching this channel since I started trying to actually do things. She's actually the reason why we have me here. But she had warned me, or had updated me, that the game hadn't even been announced and that they were going to do pre-orders. So I think for the rest of the day, since she said that they had announced it, I was already like refreshing for the next like 4 hours before finally they updated the website, and I was able to get one of the few pre-orders for this thing. Man, Ramza looks so good. I like how they actually like translated the art, because he looks fine here. He looks very much on model. As soon as you put him to the side, that's when you're like, oh, that's right, they got very minuscule noses in this game. But man, I'm just so happy that we get to get a physical version of Ramza again. Alright. I have a lot of stuff for Final Fantasy Tactics over the years. Something I never was able to get was a set of figures that I know I bumped into once from like an internet friend of mine. It feels like 20 years ago at this point. It might have been, actually. But yeah, I bumped into somebody who had like the full collection of like the gacha machine releases for the figures for Final Fantasy Tactics. So it's something that I thought was really interesting, but I never actually went out to get. This is very much pre-internet times, so I'd have to like go on some sort of hunt in order to actually get any of those releases in some sort of way. So I didn't know anybody with any connections, so I was kind of just stuck with seeing that that was a release. I had offered to buy from them. They said no, and just had to leave it at that. And now, look at me. I have pre-ordered this ridiculous box. There we go. Final Fantasy Tactics, a whole lot of really cute things in here. Yes. The Chocobos. We got the standard yellow. My god. These guys are too cute. I love the shape of their heads. It's cute. They have different emotes, emojis, emotions? No, they all have standard eyes. Okay. They have standard eyes. We have the black and the red chocobos as well. God, this is such good quality too. Like, this is an actual, like, plush, not just like something like. They actually put some money into this. God, this feels so nice. Okay. You could hang them. I'm not gonna hang them in my car. I need to put them somewhere, definitely. And I haven't ordered one of these box sets in forever, so I have no idea what to do, because I kind of don't want to throw anything away, but I've seen what storing all your special edition stuff does. But I might also break that convention of not keeping something, like the packaging for something, just because this is Final Fantasy Tactics, and just, again, a little obsessed about it. I'm going to pull up some very, very, very vintage, not very well taken care of, but very much loved memorabilia after this, so I can show you guys. My god, it's so good. Alright, so we have a couple more things released. Oh, I think this is the church. I could see that the church was going to be released, so I'm going to have to build it. So that box had three objects in there. Fantasy Tactics Crystal Chronicles is not the name of this thing. The Ivalice Chronicles. Crystal Chronicles, does anybody remember that game? They released on the Switch like a wet fart, and then everybody kind of forgot about it immediately when it didn't do what anybody wanted it to do. Oh, the stones! Oh my god, the stones! I hadn't thought about that. I got 12 of them. No 13, but I'll take the 12. Oh boy. Oh boy. God, this looks so nice. Okay. I'll put this here. Because he even got like the symbols, like the Taurus symbol here. Oh man. Libra. Where is this mine? Am I green? I think so. It's really hard to see through this one. I'm looking for the Sagittarius. All your friends are left behind your back. Kill them. Alright, so I can't see it on the camera, but can I see it here? Yes, there is a bow and arrow hiding in here. I don't know if it's gonna try to focus or not. Come on, refocus. Okay, you're good. Alright. So I think that's my stone. These look so nice. It's not even like cheap plastic. I haven't bought, again, I haven't bought like a pre-order collector's box set since like high school, possibly college. The last one that I bought wasn't even like a super ridiculous collector's box. I think I got the Halo Reach box set, and yeah, everybody's gonna be like, "Well, don't you feel like an idiot?" No, I love that game. Halo Reach is great. I didn't play any of the multiplayer. I really did stick with Halo 3 at the time, but I was really happy with the story of that game. Art sheet set. Okay. Before I handle this, I'm gonna wash my hands. Be right back. All right, so we're back, and let's see what's in this art sheet. Just double checking. Are my hands dry enough? Yeah. Okay. A couple sheets in here. It's like promotional images. Okay, so these are on like thin plastic. Not so thin that it's going to break immediately, but these are high quality. I don't know if you've seen this would be like the plastic that they use for the folders that they have in Japan. Like these, if you've seen these before for any of the stuff in Japan where you can just put like a low file. It's like this thin that you could kind of see through it. That's essentially like if we put both of these sheets together and melt them down, that would be the thickness of this. Okay, so we have Ramza, Bove. So Ramza Bove. We have they're not brothers specifically, but we have Delita, we got Ramza, we have Ovelia, and Ramza's sister, Alma, is her name. And last but not least, the map of Ivalis, or Ivalis. I grew up Ivalis. It's a little hard to see in person. I don't know how this is picking up. And oh, this looks really good on the camera. Okay. Just use this as a background image for when I'm streaming. Just put this in the background of me. Okay. Yeah. It's all looking pretty good. Which way's up? I'll never tell. I believe... Yeah, I believe I was holding out the right way. Oh yeah, it says Square Enix here. Yeah, because I remember you'd have to like... At one point, one of the travel points here gets destroyed, so you have to like run through here to like reopen the port, and then you can travel again. Yeah, so... This specifically, I have a very strong memory of being screwed up when I was stuck down here. Yeah. Yeah, this... I'm going to display this for sure. I would like to get this stuff framed. That'd be nice. Alright. Put you guys here. I'm going to put this in the front though. I'm going to store this back in here. And then the last thing we're going to see... Sorry. The last thing we're going to see is the... The church, the Orborn Monastery, if I remember correctly. I really did just hear that somebody mentioned Final Fantasy, and I kind of like turned off my brain for the rest of the day until I was able to just order it, and then I've tried to forget about this or else I wasn't going to be able to function until the game released. This paper doesn't really matter. Remember, this is only worth anything if you keep that paper in the back. Perfect. Please be sure to read the following. This product has sharp edges and ends. Please handle with care. Okay. Keikoku? Is that like a warning? Is that how you say it? Chewy. Something that my wife gets a kick out of is when I try to read Japanese, I'll just go like, okay. Keikoku, I, ge, no, o, zu o, mi kudasai. Yeah, then we got like, ga arimasu, ますので、してください. Okay. I have the Hiragana Katakana. I haven't read a lot of kanji in a while. I'm very out of practice with my Japanese, but anyway, let's actually get to the last part of this so I can get to the post reveal stuff. I'm so happy about this. Thank you so much. I'm gonna, one second. Excalibur. Excalibur is her name. I was trying not to use her real name, but Excalibur, thank you so much for having helped the channel so much at this point, and giving me a heads up that this is even releasing. So this is a book. Is it going to be like a pop-up Orborn monastery, or just at the drop of a hat you could open up a book and then have the churches pop up? Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Okay. The Outlying church right here. We have again the symbols in the back. I don't see anywhere here the Ivos Alliance symbol, but anyway. The last bit of this. Hell yeah. Not too much, I guess. Oh, what does it say? Delita, I'm afraid it's too late, Ramza. We cannot stop the two armies from joining battle now. Ramza. No, I won't give up yet. I can still convince the Count to avoid this needless bloodshed. Delita. I might have known you'd say that. Then our paths part once again. Ramza, be safe, Delita. Delita, and you, Ramza. This is so nice. I'm so happy with this little... Sorry, I gotta do the... This is so good. Alright. So, this was the full unboxing of everything in this set. So, thank you very much for tuning in to indulge me in this video. I've been trying to work on the Pendragon stuff lately, but I just need a palette cleanser after the week of all the Marvel Champions releases, just like really draining me, and I'm trying to like get back into the groove for another video. This is just a nice little palette cleanser for other things, I guess, that I could be working on. This is something I'm gonna release, obviously, but as you're seeing right now, I'm gonna release it, but I just needed to record something simple, something easy, and it took me all day to get home and ready for doing this, so I did my best to not open up the box. I tried really hard not to do it, and it paid off, so thank you very much for watching. If you're looking for woes in the content of the box, that's already available, but to show off real quick the stuff that I have. Alright, so the first of many things that I have here, I have an old strategy guide for the War of the Lions when this released. There's a lot of content that you're not going to see in this remake, not yet. I'm assuming they're going to want to release it as like DLC later on, because this is work that they already have done. So, I know that they went back and had to find like recreation. They had to recreate the game in order for it to actually be released this way. But I'm curious if they're going to remake the stuff that they had made for the PSP release. We're gonna have Luso. I miss Balthier. I really like Balthier. I wasn't a big fan of Luso specifically. He was from Final Fantasy Tactics 2, and Balthier was from Final Fantasy 12, and I really hope that they do a DLC with bringing his character back, because I really enjoyed that. But yeah, we have Get these two, bulkier, and yeah, they don't show Lusa. Not here, at least. Rafa. Yeah, Lusa. So these two characters you're not going to see, and the Onion Knight isn't going to be. Yeah, the Dark Knight and the Onion Knight are both not going to be in this release of the game, sadly. I would have loved for us to get online play, so you can actually do the, what are these called? When you wanted to grab stuff, you would play certain missions. What were they called? Errands? Rendezvous. You do rendezvous mode, and I hope that in the future we get a DLC for recreating that. So we have Final Fantasy Tactics here. Then we have my original falling apart version of the Final Fantasy Tactics original strategy guide. This has seen a lot of love, obviously, and this is an original release deal from back then. Yeah, only $9.99, so that's cool. Remember these? Oh, they still have. Yeah, the poster. I don't even know what that is. Okay, appendix. Man, these original must-have abilities are highlighted. Man, I did write all these notes. Okay, accumulate and throw stone. Obviously, you needed all that. The I haven't actually opened this up in years, so it's funny to see like these little notes that I made to myself so many years ago at this point. Man, I love this game. Alright. Can't wait to play. Next, I did get from the MegaCon, I think is where I bumped into it. In MegaCon, they were selling the soundtrack for Final Fantasy Tactics way back in the day. I think either 2010, 11, or 12. One of those 3 years. I went to MegaCon and found this at a vendor stall, and this I've already ripped, and I've kept these music files since, and have played them every once in a while. I still use the soundtrack for like games today. I use this for like D&D games specifically. So we have that. I had purchased a copy of this much later, so like this was an online find where I picked this up. It has some damage to the jewel case itself. There's like a crack on the underside here, but we have the game and like the booklet here. How scratched is this? It's not too scratched. I don't know if any of these are ever gonna work anymore. Oh my god, the graphics for this. Remember, this was the highlight, guys. This was like the look. Everything looked amazing. Also, something that I remember when I saw the ad for like Final Fantasy VII back then, I thought, because I know this is Sephiroth grabbing the Genova cover before like ripping it off, but I always thought that this guy was grabbing onto this woman, like grabbing her by the shoulders and like shaking her or something. It took me years to figure out what was going on in this image. Bushido Blade hit somebody like 2 times and they're dead. I also, when I was living in Japan for a bit, I bought the Japanese version of the game at a secondhand shop, Mount Saito, and it's been loved. I bought this when it was already broken, and that was fine. We have like square previews, so like a demo disc in here. I never have pulled this out, but that looks pristine. There's some scratching over there, but looks great. And then Final Fantasy Tactics itself. Final Fantasy Tactics. For Japan only, made in Japan. This looks like it's never been played in it since it's been made. That's fantastic. Okay, that's cool. So I just have these. I'm just gonna put this back how it is. Why is there so much space? I guess there was a Japanese booklet in here, but that's been lost over the decades. I did buy this probably in like it was before the pandemic, so 2017, 2018, one of those 2 years. I went to Mount Sinai and I bought this. I was living in, it's not Hakone. I was living in the north, near Morioka, and I think in Kitagami. I bought this, so I was really happy to bump into this. And that store also had a, not kiosk, they had a setup for a PS2 game, PS2 setup for playing Capcom vs. SNK 2, and I got to play against a lot of people over there. That was a lot of fun. Where's the last bit? I have everything else has been revealed. We have this. The last thing that I have is this, which is a stripped down PS2 case for a game, and it contains my original copy of Final Fantasy Tactics. This is the real one, because I've had collector stuff and everything, but these two bits right here are actually from 8-year-old me playing this, and I'm just really happy to see that this is being finally re-released. God, that looks so nice. I'm so happy about this. Thanks for indulging me on this. Thanks for watching. I'm really eating, as people would say, I guess now. I'm really eating right now. I got some really good news, and I'm just gonna keep living with it. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you so much. To Square, anybody who had anything to do with that, if you stumble upon this video years later or whatever, thank you so much. I don't have any other stuff that's like related to this game specifically, but I have a lot of memories with it, and I'm super stoked to see this re-release. So again, if you want to see how this game plays, I will be streaming on the 30th. I'm gonna start in the morning if it releases that early, and at first launch, as soon as I can launch the game, I'm gonna start streaming it, and then I'm just gonna start playing, and I won't stop until I get sick of it. Maybe when I beat the game, I'll stop streaming, I guess. I'm not a speedrunner, I played it a lot. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. Everybody, have a great day, have a great night, and as always, stay positive.